Is failure necessary for the creative process? This video is born out of this question I keep asking myself these days. It seems to me that I always go through a period of failure when I attempt to make something, and I have often wondered if all the pain was truly necessary for the process. Is there a more logical way of making things? Am I just very bad at organizing my thoughts? It seems like it always comes out jumbled, and I never manage to make it make sense before the very end. And most times, I'm not even sure if I'll manage to make it in time with deadlines and things like that. This often happens to me at university. I'm doing a master in English and art history, and when I have to write my essays, it seems like every single time when I sit down, I go through a phase of messing it all up. Even if I know what I want to discuss or I have studied the topic beforehand, I have to make a very messy attempt before I get to fix it in some ways. I often think of this process as similar to carving. Mind you, I have never carved, so I might be completely off with my analogy, but it feels to me like I am hitting on a rock, trusting that something will emerge, even though I have no precise idea of what that thing might look like. It also feels like that when I draw from my imagination. I'm incapable of planning ahead because I can't follow plans anyways. The thing becomes what it was meant to be all along through the process. That's the only way for me. This sped up version of what I call the Peacock Queen, which is showing on the screen, showed this quite clearly. I started with a very general idea. I knew I wanted to draw a peacock lady, but the composition changed quite a bit in the beginning because I could just simply not predict where it would go. And because of this, I think I live intensely in the present. If I attempt to plan things for the future, how can I know that these things will really happen? Everything changes so fast and it all depends on so many different variables, so there's really little use in trying to pin it down for me. Though, having said all this, the funny thing is that even if I am incapable of sticking to a plan, the initial idea, my intuition, if you will, always finds itself in the final project. Now, when I started scripting this video, I had no idea what it would be about. I only knew the provisional title, Aesthetic Failure. These two words contained a feeling, a particular vibe. This elusive thing is for me always at the heart of creation. I'm still unsure how I'm going to title this video, but I know this original impulse will need to be contained in it. As I'm saying this, I'm reminded of the concept of the sublime. I've been reading up on it because of my master thesis. And as defined by Philip Shaw in his book The Sublime, sublimity then refers to the moment when the ability to apprehend, to know, and to express a thought or sensation is defeated. Basically, out of failure, something comes alive, and this is what is often thought of as transcendence. I think that for some odd reason that I don't understand, yet at least, to create, I have to undergo my own journey of getting lost every time. Perhaps this stems from a kind of Jungian bias in me, I'm not sure. What I know is that I cannot control this as much as I try. Every time I create, every time I truly create, I undergo failure. I think in some ways, this binary thinking, oscillating between fear or failure and the satisfaction of success, is at the root of what motivates me. It's a kind of monster that follows me around as much as I try to get rid of it. But there's something else there, always there, something deeper. The simple act of trying. Regardless of the result of the attempt, pouring your heart and energy and soul into something with the intent of creating uh, bonds, community, connections, will always be something beautiful, at least to me. And if you're willing to push through the perceived failure, something that your mind creates for yourself, something worth it will arise out of it. I'm not sure it will be success, but it will be alive and it will contain a part of you. And ultimately, isn't that what art is about? So, even if sometimes I'm frustrated by my own dualistic perceptions of success and failure, by the fact that I can't always escape the barriers that this creates, even though in many ways this is self imposed, I need to make art through that. I need to keep going. So I hope that this video can act as a reminder for you to push through as well, to not let yourself be controlled by what you perceive as failure, whether it is failure or not doesn't really matter in the end. You simply need to leave a mark, and that will be enough.